Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He's got a first down past the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All day, dog.
Foles. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Two choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They're gonna need some therapy after this.
Now Bell. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
180. Exit.
Here's Foles. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Come on. Hey, check 26.
This is Bell, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Bell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check 13. Check 13. 26. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Blue draw Corkers.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. But he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Greg Joseph on for the field goal.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
With the score, Packers 10, Jaguars 7.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you call.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to Talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Check, crunch. Joker.
Fournette running out of the gun. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards, makes it 3rd and 7 now. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Tempo. Zebra. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, man. Go. Zero, Mike 3. Hey, Delta. Mike 3.
Now Foles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Bell. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Le'Veon Bell, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 56 yards.
1st down, Jaguars.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Packers' 21-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 12, Foles completes it to Lee. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics.
Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Packers. Le'Veon Bell. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Dean Lowry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and through. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to...
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on first down, Foles. He's got his man. This is Dyson. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Dylan Donahue. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23.
Let's go, defense.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll look to throw here. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Green 18. I don't even
know why this team showed up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Zadarius Smith getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he completes it to Westbrook. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down.
Got three down. Switch.
Second down, it's Henderson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Doxson with a grab over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Very good return that time. 18 yards. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They run it again with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now the backup Kaiser to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Packers! Jamal Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Check 3, check 3.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get trash, get trash.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Defense, let's go.
Out of the gun now on third down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he fields it cleanly. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
On the toss, here's Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Joseph on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Second and 11 at the 29-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Mike 42, Mike 42. You must be.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the...
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Williams. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's stop. Let's stop.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll set up a throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Jacksonville.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Slam.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-sleek, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. Yeah, I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Way too many mistakes this week, okay? The coaching staff has gone in. We've simplified the game plan. Let's go out here and execute. Hey, we got to execute to win.
Wait, set 380!
They keep on trying to find a ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't want to be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't want to be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, raise no sleep. Every day I wear my thoughts. I don't get to take off, but haters get up. I'm ready like lift off. I've never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking on each other, had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just had to do it, got a really big rap for it. I'm a crib, baby, money you gotta ask for. Tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these I don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Sugar! Hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Have so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I die by the nighttime. It took
Rip.
Getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Got so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day.
All right, this is for all the marbles. This is for gold.
72.
All right, man. Bring it in tight. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something. Today was great. You guys went out there and executed flawlessly. You keep practicing like that, we are going to win a lot of ball games this year.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
Time to bring the bass burn.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want she wanna pull up to the crib, we ain't dining. Up right away, couldn't even get a line in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke.
Wait, set. Why, 20.
Jesus watching over here and dying.
Hey, 66.
The only reason why I'm not gonna violent. Cause he gave me patience. Hey, swear that makes sense. Hey, when you make it
Wait, set.
big, make
Round
sense.
80. Round 80.
Tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty waist in. And I own it, I ain't got a
Go Bandit.
I know we the ones that ain't them. Move our hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big.
Wait, set. 53.
Way too many wins, they know the sick.
Alert.
They was hating, know they sick. Acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everybody know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating,
Wait,
know
set.
they sick.
Wait,
Acting
20.
like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad. got
72.
him mad. Can't stop me shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip.
Wait, set. 380.
People at the bank see me out there.
Alpha.
She gave me the bosses. Took over the game, now he all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in.
Wait, set. Wait, 80.
Make my mama stop working, that's the promise.
Check
Going
it.
big, going big. Everybody thought they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like
Wait,
they know
set.
me.
Wide, 80.
Going big, going
Wait, hot.
big. Everybody thought they know the click. Way too many wins,
Let's
they know
go.
the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380.
Bring the bass burn.
Gold 50. Wait, set. Wait, 20. Hey, check it. Wait, set. 53. Ozzy. Ozzy. All right, here we go. Wait, set. 180. Let's go, no, 66.
Y'all came to win. But they asked my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't
Wait,
come
set.
to play
380.
with you. Life challenging. But I
Wait,
put
20
you
hit.
straight with you. Early I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. No, my color bright. I ain't
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
I gotta come clean like I made with you.
Hey, gold 66.
Never not on my grind. New York City time.
Wait, that. Wait, 20.
You will never find.
Regular.
I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shit. Shots say no speech. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try.
Wait, that. Why, 20.
Shoot down the ride. Never try. Never know. Never try. Work it out. Hit the gym. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man.
Hey, big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting better every
It is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this. like Tupac used to throw up.